Good morning, students. Kindly open your English textbook, lesson number 4.2, Revolutionary Steps in Surgery. First of all, what do you mean by revolutionary? Revolutionary means a change, a large, drastic change. And surgery means in the field of science. In short, surgery means operation. Now let's do some warming up activities. Now the first question asked here is, do you like science? Do you like to study science? If yes, you can write yes. If no, you can write no over there. But everybody likes to study science. Now the second question is, what are the advantages of learning science? The answer can be, we get knowledge, we get information, we develop scientific attitude, we can also make a career in science. Now the next question is, are robots useful? If yes, then why? If not, then why? In my opinion, yes, robots are very useful because robots can work faster than humans, they make very less mistakes, and they can save a lot of labor. Now the next question is, how can we take the help of robots in our daily life? Okay, here the answer can be, we can do many household chores which are very boring and monotonous with the help of robots. There are some dangerous jobs, there are some operations and surgeries which can be done with the help of using robots. Now the last question is, name some gadgets or appliances that we use in our day-to-day life. So there are many gadgets which we use. They are all a gift of science to us, like washing machine, mixer grinder, gas stove, heater, iron, etc. And the list is very long. Now let's move towards the second activity, which is very interesting. Here, suppose your friend or family member or your classmate has undergone surgery and you are very curious to know about his or her experience. So, a list of questions is given and in the B column, the expected answers are given. You just have to match them with the questions. For example, the first one says, what health problem did you suffer? Your friend answers, I fractured my ankle while playing hockey. Now you ask him the second question, whom did you inform about it first? He answers, our school hockey coach. What type of doctor did you consult? He answers, I consulted an orthopedic surgeon. Now, orthopedic surgeon is a doctor for bones. The fourth question is, how did you find out that you needed a surgery? He answers, the doctor took an X-ray of my ankle and he found a fracture in my ankle. The next question which you ask him is, what preparations were done before the surgery? He answers, I was given a bath and I wore a surgical gown. Surgical gown is a type of cloth which is worn before the operation. What did you feel when you were taken to the operation theatre? Your friend answers, I was very nervous. Yes, everybody is nervous whenever they have to visit any doctor. The seventh question is, what was the first step before the actual surgery? He answers, I was given an injection of anesthesia. Now, what is anesthesia? Anesthesia is a drug which is given to make your body part numb so that you lose sensation and you don't feel pain during the operation. Next one, did you feel any pain during the surgery? No, I did not feel anything. I was fast asleep. The next question which comes to your mind is, what did you feel when you opened your eyes after the operation? I was relieved and happy that the operation was over. The last question is, how soon did you recover? I recovered and I could walk normally after 3 weeks, was his answer. Now turn your page and let's move to activity number 3. Now activity number 3 says that we have learnt that sentences may have 2 or 3 or more subjects plus predicate, and they can be joined by a conjunction. Each subject or predicate which is a part of the larger sentence is called a clause. We have already learned this. Now let's see example number 1. The thief stole the money and ran away. You are asked to write clause 1 and clause 2. We know the subject and the predicate makes a sentence. When there are two sentences and they are joined by a conjunction, then it is known as a clause. Now in this sentence, the thief stole the money. That is a complete sentence, so that can be clause 1. And the second part of the sentence is, he ran away. He is subject here and ran away is predicate. And both these clauses are joined by a conjunction and. Second one, she told me that she was a doctor. Here there are two parts. First part is, she told me, which can be clause 1. She was a doctor is clause 2, and both are joined using that. Now question number 3 and 4 you can solve on your own. Now let's move on to the fourth activity, that is coordination. Let's observe the first sentence. He is intelligent and he is hardworking. Here you can see there are two parts. He is intelligent, he is hardworking, and both are joined using and. But we can see that both these sentences do not depend on each other for their completion. He is intelligent is a complete sentence and he is hardworking is a complete sentence. Where the clauses do not depend on each other for completion, they are known as coordinate clauses, and they are joined by a conjunction like and, but, or, which are known as coordinators. Now let's begin with the actual lesson. Surgery dates back to as early as 600 BC. It indicates that Sushruta was probably the first surgeon to perform surgical operations. So here we understand that surgery began many years ago in 600 BC, and Sushruta was the first surgeon to perform surgical operations. Later, some ancient surgeons performed tooth extraction and bloodletting. Tooth extraction means removal of the tooth, and bloodletting means allowing blood to flow out to cure people. Major surgery could not develop for centuries because of lack of knowledge and technology. Here we understand that only small surgeries could take place in the olden days because there was no knowledge and no technology. The doctor had to cut open the part of the body that was not healthy, remove it, or set right that part. This would involve a lot of pain to the patient. General anesthetics like ether or chloroform developed only from mid-19th century, making painless surgical operations possible and successful. Modern techniques are used nowadays for anesthesia. General anesthesia benumbs the whole body and it is used for surgery of any region of the body. We had seen in the activity part that the first step of any operation is giving anesthesia. Anesthesia benumbs the whole body and then you do not feel any pain during surgery. And where are these injections given? For local anesthesia, local anesthetics are injected into the surgical spot or an area near your nerves. Means doctors usually choose a place where the surgery has to be done and where the area is closest to the nerve. Over the years now, revolutionary steps have been taken in different types of complicated surgery, and these have made such operations successful. We know how much the science has developed and how much progress we have made in the field of medicines. So now there are so many instruments available, there are so many good techniques available which makes the operation painless and which can cure a person very soon. Now let us start with cardiac surgery. Today, if you need to have a heart surgery, you can choose from many fine doctors. Cardiac surgery is related to heart surgery. It means if you have any problem with your heart, there are so many doctors available to choose from. However, before 1893, this type of surgery was unknown. Doctors did not have modern medical tools and procedures essential for heart surgery. In those days, heart patients were treated with sedatives and they usually did not survive. Sedative is a drug which calms your nerves and puts you to sleep. Means those who had heart problems were just given sedatives and were made to sleep. So they did not live long. Then in 1893, Daniel Hale Williams, a young African American surgeon, attempted a new medical technique in order to save a patient's life. Now, this surgeon tried something new and he attempted a first heart surgery. Let's see what did he do. A patient, James Cornish, was suffering from a very serious knife wound. The knife had cut an artery less than an inch from his heart and punctured the pericardium. Pericardium is a sac around the heart. Now, here it is told that there was a patient named James Cornish who had injured an artery near his heart with a knife. In those days, heart surgery wasn't performed, as I told you earlier, and the patients didn't live longer. But Dr. Williams, with 6 staff doctors, performed a complicated and daring operation. Dr. Williams became the first surgeon to save his patient by successfully repairing the human heart. So here it is told that Dr. Williams performed an operation on the patient James and he was successful in saving James' life by repairing. Now, many more advanced techniques are used in this specialty to deal with heart complications. It means now there are so many good techniques available to treat the heart problems like open heart surgery, which can repair the heart defects, heart valves, or even replace them, is also performed successfully. Now we have such technology where the doctor can open the whole heart and repair the heart defects. They can also repair the heart valves. What do you mean by a valve? Here, valve is a part of the body which is there in the heart, which allows the blood to flow only in one direction. Blood cannot flow backwards because of the valve. So nowadays, doctors perform surgeries to repair the valve or even to replace them. With proper measures, patients can recover from cardiac surgery faster than they did before. Here it is told that after the surgery is done, if proper measures are followed, the patients can recover very fast. So here we understand that treatment for each and every disease is possible, that also in a painless manner. So we must never hesitate to visit a doctor in case we suffer from any disease. Doctors always try their best to save a patient's life. This was all for today. We will learn about 2 more surgeries tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good day.